Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining this webinar with us. We'll be starting shortly in just about 15 to 20 seconds. We'll take a little more time for others to join and see if they're joining us. All right, so let's get started without waiting further. So good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our webinar on AI Agents in Action, Business Impact on Copilot Studio. And in this webinar, we'll be covering what are the main updates in Copilot Studio recently, what features have been added, modified, that makes it even more powerful than it was before. So to begin with, let's talk a little bit about Royal Cyber first, who we are. If we can move to the next slide. So Royal Cyber, we are an IT consulting and a digital transformation company. We've been specializing in services, solutions, and softwares. Our foundation has been we've been in the industry for the last 20 years, and we are almost present in almost every continent, be it North America, South America, Asia, Africa, Australia, and New Zealand. And our biggest offices are being in, our head office is in Naperville, Illinois, with also a presence in Canada and Mississauga. And our biggest offshore delivery centers are in India and Pakistan. And as we speak, we are working currently on more than 600 projects, which are live right now. So, and on the next slide, we'll talk more about the clients that we're working with. So our commitment to quality is recognized by these clients that we work with. And we have been delivering cutting edge solutions to these clients for uh, be it in banking and finance, emerging sector, retail, manufacturing. You can see some names there. Aon Hewitt, Heitman, Capital One. And then we're working with, on the retail side, we're working with Kroger. And on the manufacturing side, we're working with Bombardier, and Jabil. So these are obviously not the all names that we are working with. These are some names that we're present in the slides. And the next slide talks more about our business partners. So you can think of us as an implementation partner to these OEMs. These are the solutions that make us relevant in this business. We are strongest advocate of our partner solution. We are helping you solve your business challenges using the solutions that are provided by our partners. So in this case, we will be talking more about Microsoft's solution, which is Copilot. And we are certified, gold certified with Microsoft. We are doing bi-monthly, we're doing bi-monthly uh, sorry for that. We're doing bi-monthly events on Copilot Studio in a day and Fabric Analyst in a day. So we are the strongest partner, one of the strongest partner in the Illinois area. And if you can move to the next slide, please. So moving on to the speakers of today's webinar, I have with me the brains behind Copilot at Royal Cyber, Mr. Asif Hussain. He has more than 2 decades of experience under his belt for implementing AI solutions and automation projects, heading and being bringing the biggest ROI that our clients have ever seen. And he'll be sharing, of course, he'll be sharing some of the case studies in this webinar as well. And alongside him, I am Ankit, who is an AI consultant. I work closely with our clients, prepare a document of understanding, and you can think of me as a bridge between our clients and our technical teams. So we will be taking ahead this webinar today. Moving into the next slide. Briefly taking a look at the agenda today, we'll be talking about an agentic AI organization. What is an agentic AI organization? Then we'll be talking about the uh, the the AI solution, or you can say the studio that is provided by Microsoft for creation of the agents, or you can say an agent workspace, which is Microsoft Copilot Studio. Then we'll talk about what agentic features does Copilot comes with. Like it has seen some of the tremendous expansion over the years since its launch in 2022. We are now seeing some multi-agentic framework also as well in Copilot that Asif will be talking about. And then we will talk about some enterprise AI agents that were built using Copilot. And then we will be taking a look at how Royal Cyber enters into this picture and what we can offer you using Copilot and for your business. And then we'll be closing out the session with a very interesting demo and along with a Q&A as well. So next slide, Asif. Thank you. This question basically, I want everyone to deeply consider this question. If you were using AI to build your business today, what would you do differently? The answer to this question drives vision for the future of work. The sources highlight that this future will be defined by the frontier firms. If you can move to the next slide. The frontier firms are basically represent the most advanced model of operational efficiencies. And they are not basically those firms who have the highest technological understanding, but they are the firms who have taken the first step towards automating um, their operations and understanding what processes are important for human-led and what can be an agent-led processes for saving them time and cost over in the long run. And I see that Asif has been doing great research on frontier firms. We've been working with some frontier firms who have launched AI with Royal Cyber's help. And Asif, if you can talk more about why would a company would want to become frontier in the first place, that would be helpful.
Thank you, Ankit. So I would just without wasting any time, just quickly get into this why a firm would become frontier. Um, these you can say are the benefits that are listed here, or these are the building blocks through which a firm actually becomes frontier. So if you achieve these, you can call your organization as frontier organization. So you and what you how do you get that is through AI. So through AI, we can have capability of faster decision making, automated routine work, and higher accuracy and consistency. Um, that in turn saves time and helps you focus on your strategic creativity and impact. Um, so that's how you bring stronger alignment between human goals and AI execution. So, what's the path forward? Um, for example, think of every employee or every student or whoever is can like for higher education institutions, every student or employees or suppliers or uh, your clients uh, having their own personal AI assistant. So imagine having everyone connected or doing business with your organization, having those assistants or having agents at the back to get things easier and more efficiently done. So next phase, first we have assistants. I ask it and it gets things done for me or helps me perform things efficiently. Uh, Second is collaborators. So uh, you can bring those agents to work with you in collaboration in a way like some part of the operation your human user do where more creativity or more decision making is involved with that you don't want to delegate yet. Uh, but the others collaborators can help, like gathering information from multiple systems to show on a dashboard and uh, help you get decisions faster, or uh, doing some part of the operation by itself, like through an when you receive an email, the agent understands the intention and gets things done and just provides you an outcome through a reply email or a notification on your chat window. Or there can be orchestrators that actually manage all these collaborators and assistants, and they know which agent can perform best for what type of activity. And you just talk with the orchestrator via email, via chat window, or via other files that you produce. And these orchestrators delegate the work to the appropriate agent, though these orchestrators are themselves an agent, but uh, they are agent trained to delegate the right authority to right agent. So they know what is the strong point of each agent they have under their umbrella, and they just delegate that work to that particular agent. Leading technology revolution, these companies are one of the few of the best and uh, the companies that adapted early for AI, and you can see some success stories with them, that what they achieved through this. So if you design the strategy for your organization today, what would you do differently to use AI? That's the question. Let's discover that. But before moving to that, we have a small poll to understand where you are today. So if you can scan this QR code, and we can see that where you are today through some questions, maybe I think 5 questions we have. So I will share my other screen. All right, so just scan this code, this QR code, and we will start the survey in a short while. All right, I'm seeing the number increasing on the bottom right. And let's start when we have 20. All right, we got 20. All right, so the first question should pop up on your screens, and we will see the results here. All right, so we see some people have already started their journey and they are doing pilots. Most people so far are doing pilots, and that's pretty normal. I mean, we are also seeing most people discovering what can be achieved through pilots, and that's a good way to start. Uh, some are, I think, just a little beyond that, have
Um, it's
pilots, I
amazing to
think.
see that there are still no one at the fourth position, like fully operationalized AI solutions. So there is always
That's very,
scope
yeah.
to improve. Yeah.
All right, we got 12 responses so far, I think, and we will move on if others are not ready to respond on it yet. All right, so what's your biggest operational challenge that AI agents could help solve? What do you think? All right, so we got one other. So I would love to understand what's that. Most people, yeah, I think it's a good step to take earlier on to just automate the repetitive processes through maybe scripts or RPA, um, or through agents, disconnected systems, slow response, workforce shortage. Yeah, that's where we can help. And compliance and governance. Yeah, yeah, we have some experience around there helping our customers. So, yeah, all right, let's get to the next question. How familiar are you with Microsoft Copilot Studio? You or your immediate team members that you are aware of. All right. So some of the users have not yet used it. Some have basic awareness, trusted and experimented. Okay, most people have started using it. Seems tested and experimented. Okay, still leading. Build some copilots, actively building. All right, some folks are really ahead in the journey. All right, we got 13 responses. That's good enough, I think, to move forward. Basic awareness is the winner here. Which type of AI agent would bring the most value to your team, do you think? That can definitely depend what area of business you are in charge of. So knowledge assistant with FAQ, I think it's the easiest to build. You can definitely start with that. Um, decision support, operational process automation agents, and workflow orchestration agents. Right, and apart, like, just like you have FAQs, frequently asked questions, to that you can use assistant to respond with. Frequently asked requests can also be similar, like you can automate them or build the agents to perform operations on those requests, and that could be a
Um,
good agent.
I see that no one thinks that customer support agents can be achieved using AI agents, and that is something that there will
Most
be
valuable, probably people are not thinking,
more.
but it's a good use
We
case
can
in a
have
lot of
voice agents. We can create them in Microsoft. I'm sure they will be interested. If you guys are interested in learning more about how we can create voice agents, customer support agents using AI, Copilot, or any other tool, I would like you to drop um, customer support in the chat. That way we'll know and we can have a next session and we can touch base with you on that.
or you can just email if any horizon or any department that you think we can help with. Customer support is of course
Yeah,
one, and
customer
we can.
support agents is why I mentioned, because I see no one answering that area. So we can
Mhm.
definitely explore that.
All right, so this is an open-ended question. Just write in 1 2 words what do you think you're hoping to achieve. That will help me like be more precise in that direction if we get more people interested in similar things. All right. So we can cover some of it. We can, of course, cover this thing. We have tons of use cases that we can discuss. I'll show some. Um, yeah, similar. I can show some demos. Okay, learn more familiarity with Copilot, business cases of demo, general knowledge of agents. All right. So understanding tools and connectors. Uh-huh. We will talk a little bit about that too. Demos. Right. So let's jump right on to the deck again. All right. So let's first see that what Microsoft offers for agentic development. Primarily, there are three um, types of tools or three areas or three types of customers for Microsoft uh, for agentic development. And one you can see is for end user who does not know much about programming or is not exactly someone who can be considered a programmer or even customizing a person with background who can uh, do drag and drop no code operations. So even that user can build some basic agents uh, um, using the M365 agent development. Uh, but that's not what we will focus on in this session. We will be focusing more on what is for makers, the middle one, that is through Copilot Studio. And the third one, Copilot Studio can be used there for by developers, but more focused is for developers Azure AI Foundry, or now it's called Microsoft Foundry. That gives you more detailed capability of developing agents, but it's a little technical, and Visual Studio is used there to write code even. So I would say not everyone building these agents is a developer, and that's okay. So we have Copilot Studio that supports full spectrum for makers. Uh, and for end users and agent builders, it provides a simple, guided way to create agents without code, right? So Copilot offers a low-code experience with more customization. So it's it has um, uh, wizards and forms or drag and drop operations through which you can build your agents. So Copilot Studio offers a range of tools for agent creation. Whether you are a no-code maker or pro-code developer, uh, both can use it, and you can build agents visually, use templates, or dive into advanced coding with Azure AI Foundry or Visual Studio if you want to take it to more detail. So it's you can start even with basic agents using no code in M365, and if your needs change and you want to make it more deeper, you can bring it to Copilot Studio and make it even better. And at some stage, if you feel stuck with Copilot Studio's functionality, you can take it to the next level through Azure AI Foundry. So it's not like you will be stuck with one tool if you start with. So these are tools that you can progress and take the agent to next level using the more advanced tool. So now let me focus on Copilot Studio. That's the focus of this session. So Copilot Studio help you build autonomous agents. And when I say autonomous agents, let me bring a pointer. Um, Autonomous because they can work independently. And when I say independently, that means that can bring their operation based on any action uh, within your enterprise. That action could be a new email. That action could be a new chat message, a Slack or Teams chat message, could be a Telegram message, or could be a new file on SharePoint or OneDrive. It could be a new record in your DB specific table, or a change in a specific record. Uh, Anything can trigger it, and you can see on your screen some of the um, trigger points that you can choose from, that the Copilot Studio offers. So it can even run on a specific schedule that you define, or on any of the uh, actions in other applications. When it triggers through any of those actions, what can happen? It has multiple um, ways of going forward, and one such way is to follow a flow. So we don't want an agent to always be fully agentic or fully on the fly decision making what to do. So the basic idea of an agent is that it decides on the fly that what it is being asked for, and then it performs those actions. It creates a strategy that how I can do this job. But on certain operations, you don't want it to plan that strategy and then execute it. You want a specific flow to be followed. For example, let's suppose um, if an agent is helping HR representatives, and the someone from HR asks this agent to onboard a new employee named John Smith. And one way of this, like one way to make this agent is that the agent would plan a strategy and then execute it. But I would prefer this agent to have a strategy defined already, because I don't want it to miss anything, and or perform anything in the wrong order. So I would make a flow that what it should do if it is asked for onboarding. It probably should create an email first, and then provide access to the appropriate systems on that email, and share that email through an already known way of communication with that new employee. So that strategy, that flow can be predefined, and that's what we can do using Copilot Studio. Just like you have uh, Microsoft Power Automate, if you are aware of it. Second, and this is one of the most powerful features within Copilot Studio, that its capability to connect with Model Context Protocol, MCP. Uh, so MCP is a protocol that's universal, not just Microsoft uses it, um, and it's I think it was created by Anthropic. Uh, how it's a way to let agents have tools. And what are tools for agents? Tools are the capabilities of an agent. So it's kind of a universal way of explaining an agent, that what it can do and how it can do. So it kind of has uh, the capabilities listed with the API calls or the actions um, to perform that capability. And most of the platforms do have already these MCPs servers available. You just have to connect with them, and Microsoft Copilot Studio let you connect with them once you connect with them, out of the box, a lot of functionality you can achieve through it. This is a recent feature, just like MCP introduction. Multi-agentic orchestration is a recent feature in Copilot Studio, and what earlier we were developing separate agents for separate functionalities, and these agents were not talking with each other. So we had to know which agent to call and talk to in order to do a certain thing. But now we can have an orchestrator agent that can talk with all the other agents or sub agents, and we just let the orchestrator agent know what we want to do, and it delegates authority to the right agent. So a key capability for advanced automation, it is considered. So with multi-agentic orchestration, you can coordinate intelligent agents to deliver reliable, scalable outcomes. This means building and scaling with modular agents with specific expertise area, so that they do not hallucinate. They are focused on their job, and each agent is specialized in a specific functionality. And the orchestrator allows agents to collaborate, share information between the agents, and coordinate actions across teams and departments. And through this, you can also gain visibility of traceability, that what was being asked and which agent actually performed it. You can monitor it and optimize it and enhance the functionality, or you can improve the functionality, knowing exactly which agent did what and what might have gone a little wrong. So when these agents work together, we call it multi-agentic orchestration, and they exchange data, collaborate, complete processes. This is also a recent change, that now we can bring our own model to Microsoft Copilot Studio. Originally, Microsoft Copilot Studio started with only OpenAI models, and just a little while ago, they started to support Claude, Anthropic, and now with the capability to use Azure AI Foundry models, we can connect all the models that Azure AI Foundry supports. So sometimes we have an operation where we think maybe OpenAI is not the best model to support, or it's not the most cost-effective model to work with, or you have a fine-tuned model for your specific line of business or your data that you want to use. In all these cases, Azure AI Foundry can be used, and you can just connect your Copilot with the model that is actually residing in Azure AI Foundry. Um, so let's dive into analytics and insights. You can gain visibility into how your autonomous agents perform using key performance indicators, track total runs, breakdowns by successful and failed runs, and trend analysis over time to spot areas needing attention. So you can analyze average run durations, consumption matrices, including detailed billing and message consumption reports. These insights help you understand costs, usage patterns, and opportunities for optimization. Measurement and reporting capabilities ensure you stay informed and continuously improve. So this space ensures uh, the continuous improvement process and track agent performance metrics in real time, enabling timely and accurate reporting of KPIs. Analytics also provide a deep look into agent health, and you can review agents' uh, trends over time, analyze durations split by successful or failed runs. Duration trends help you identify bottlenecks also and inefficiencies in your workflows. All right, so this is very interesting. If you have any questions, you can type in the, I don't know, is it a questions or a comments window in the GoToWebinar? I think it's chat window. So you can type in your questions in the chat window and we will be happy to answer. So now, let's look at this, how the solution or the agent build with Copilot Studio actually fit together. First, we have triggers. So that's the, of course, the entry point for the agent. Let's suppose in our scenario, when a new email arrives, this agent triggers. Second, there is an instruction to process within agent. So that's kind of a system prompt it has. Uh, and based on that and the email that it is reading, it tries to figure out what it is supposed to do. So some user is saying that I recently purchased a product from your company, but unfortunately it arrived broken. I would like to request a replacement. Could you please assist me with this? So this is the email that the agent read, and it is capable of performing actions on it. So it was capable of interacting with other applications, analyze the image sent with the email, and send Teams messages or Slack messages within the within the employees to take actions or approve. Uh, it can also process the refund and replacement automation flows and reply with the email to the user who actually sent the email with the appropriate instructions to what can be done now or what is being done now. So we have worked with a number of customers on such agents and connected a lot of enterprise applications, some of which you can see on this screen in this area. Uh, Most of these users are using through Teams, but it can be on other mediums as well as on other trigger conditions. And these agents perform actions in all these backend systems, either for summarizing information or performing actions to creating incidents or tickets or uh, um, onboarding processes or putting on leave requests. In fact, in our own organization, we are heavily working with agents to interact with, especially for IT knock and HRMS related operations. These are some of the agents that we recently worked on. Some of these agents have the name of the backend application also, like this one has Salesforce at the back. This has Jira at the back to interact with. This has ServiceNow. And others also have enterprise grade applications at the back, but the name does not suggest that. But this is connected with some marketing application. This is connected with some manufacturing ERPs, retail operations management systems. Some banking systems are there. Some insurance related systems are there. I will show you some of those before moving with the deck. So let's see. For the people who are here to explore that what and how agents are developed here, I will just briefly go over that first. And then let me just have a sip of water. And then we will move to some of the demos that we developed. All right. So here you can see a list of the agents that I have in my Copilot Studio. And if we go and create a new agent, we can either choose a template. There were a few at the bottom on the home page, or we can choose to create a blank agent. So I just click a blank agent and it will help me set trigger condition. So I can choose any of these. In fact, there are a lot more, 869 triggers, and they are adding them almost on daily basis. So you can connect with any of your existing applications to actually trigger this agent. We can put instructions for the agent, that how the agent should respond, what kind of communication tone it should use, what is the objective of this agent, all sort of things in plain English here. We can connect it with knowledge bases on which it would be able to just reply with. So you can connect with public websites, SharePoint, and a lot of other things, some backend systems also. You can upload even files to this agent, and the agent would be expert on those matters about which the files are. We can connect tools. When I say tools, there are some connectors through which you can connect with enterprise applications. There are flows. These are power automate flows you can connect the agent with, so that if a user or the trigger condition asks for an action that actually can be performed through uh, a flow, it that particular flow can be called with the appropriate parameters taken from the trigger condition. So if an email is triggering, it will figure out those parameters from the email and then pass them to the flow. So let's suppose flow is to reset password, and an email comes that I am user so and so, I want my password reset. So if a flow is there to send the password reset link, or actually reset the password, whichever way your company works, uh, that flow can be triggered, and no one has to look into such a request that required no creativity to solve. You can connect with other agents, as we were talking about. So you can connect with the agents you developed in the past, or you can create a child agent through this connectivity. There's a capability of adding topics. So some out-of-the-box topics are here, that are triggered based on, let's suppose if someone is coming saying hi, so the greetings topic will trigger, and it has a flow to respond, to out of the box. You can trigger, you can edit it also the way you want the greetings agent to respond with. And there is goodbye agent or start over agent. When you say start over, it flushes all its variables, and gives a fresh start to the conversation. It forgets what it was uh, discussing before. Sometimes that's the intention. You want it to forget what you were talking about. You just want it to focus on the new task you are giving it, without having the context of the previous task. So you can use that, or you can build other topics. So when you build a topic, you give it a particular way or a flow of communication in a specific condition. Um, let's suppose if a user through Teams comes, communicates with the Copilot and asks for a password reset, you want the agent to ask certain confirmation questions before resetting the password. So that could be set in a topic flow. And after having all those verifications, you can actually trigger the process or that actually will reset the password. So, and you can put some suggested prompts that when the Copilot is opened, the user will see those prompts. So that could be some suggestions that what user can do with this agent. So this was an overview of that what an agent is and how we develop it. All these were here on a single page when you are developing agent for the first time, but can be done here in the on these tabs. Pretty much everything is here. So let's see how when you have an agent developed, there are lots of avenues from where you can actually publish these agents. So when I say publish, so these agents can be used from all these venues, all these places or softwares. It could be on a demo website or a web app or a Teams or Microsoft 365 Copilot. It can be part of your SharePoint window or all these applications that you can see. Even you can connect it with your Twilio and it can be triggered from messages or yeah, I mean text messages or calls. All right. So now let's delete this. I don't want to use this. And I think we should quickly show you a demo because we are short on time. So you can see some of these demos here. Oh, I saw a question. Let me take the question right away then.
We can have the question all in the Q&A
Okay,
session. Yeah.
all right. So this is a Jira agent that was already opened, and someone says that I want to change status of an issue. It asks what is the issue ID. That user provided issue ID. It provided a list of uh, possible statuses that it can be changed to. The user clicked on in progress, and it changed the status to in progress. Or someone says that list some recent issues. It is picked up recently opened issues and provided it. It can do a lot of other operations in Jira through this way. Um, this is a marketing intelligence agent. It is connected with the ERP that is handling the marketing operations for an organization. And you can see how it is bringing detailed responses on questions like summarize all campaigns that started in quarter one, suggest improvements in underperforming campaigns. Look at this. So just based on the data it is connected with the ERP at the back, it is capable of giving such detailed responses. Uh, Especially like executives in higher management generally ask managers or directors under them about certain questions, and takes a while for them to get this information. Now it's on their fingertips. Just ask this agent, it will help. This is an HRMS Copilot. You can see information related to HRMS here. Questions like find details for John Smith in sales department. So, and so, and it if someone is saying, oh, it's showing salary, or it is showing something that should not show, it is only showing what this user interacting through Teams is capable of seeing in other systems, the system that it is connected with. So HRMS ERP. So it will only have access to the same level because this Copilot for this particular user who's using it on Teams is connected with his or her personal user on that backend application. manufacturing insights agent. So it is connected with a manufacturing module at the back of an ERP. Summary of last week's production KPIs. Show overall production summary for 7 days. So look at this, how the level of details it is able to provide, as well as provide inferences and analysis on the information it is uh, picking up. This is Salesforce agent. The user is capable of asking opportunities, list of opportunities that are closed, or a list of opportunities that are not closed, or give me details of this company. So it brought it from the Salesforce. List of opportunities greater than 100,000 USD. So I can go over a lot of these. Um,
Asif, one
just
question. Can we create an opportunity using the agent if we
Yeah,
want to use
definitely,
them?
definitely. If you have that access in uh, Salesforce, we can build that in Copilot agent for that particular user. So anyone who has the capability at the backend system to perform actions, that user can perform those actions on the Copilot also. We just have to build a right capability in the Copilot.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. So in fact, let me show you this agent. This is a ServiceNow agent, and apart from like asking on questions like request assigned to this particular user it provided, or show me change requests. So it is bringing data the way it is being asked for incidents assigned to a caller ID Vinny, or incidents assigned to me. It can bring those, understanding which user is asking. It can also perform actions the way you asked. So if a user says how to request for ITIL access, it uh, it has capability of summarizing information from the knowledge base within ServiceNow. So it brought that understanding from the knowledge base. It brought the link to that article that explains how to request ITIL access, and also understood that this user must be interested in doing so. So it is asking that, would you like me to help with that? Would you like me to raise this request? And if the user says yes, it goes ahead and asks all the appropriate questions in order for it to fill the catalog to request for idle access. So it asked, it provided even options for the drop downs it sees on the ServiceNow catalog. And after collecting all the appropriate information, it goes ahead and confirms, do you want me to submit this order? And if the user says yes, it goes ahead, submits this order in ServiceNow, and brings back this request ID. So user does not even have to log into ServiceNow. He can pretty much just operate everything from Teams or whatever you choose to publish it on. All right, we are short on time. I will just go over um, how copilots help very quickly. If even if you consider, if let's suppose your organization have 1,500 employees, and estimated time saved through Copilot is 3 hours. Just 3 hours they save by not going through those backend applications, understanding the flow, going to the right screen, some having manually summarize the information. Uh, they can easily save 3 hours per day. And just by saving those 3 hours in a day, or 12 hours in a month, your organization can save uh,
10.8 million annually.
yeah, no, not 8 10.8 million, because this is 800,000, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, so
So depending upon like how
10
many
million you can use.
employees? How many
Yeah,
employees are utilizing Copilot on a daily basis and making their daily lives easier?
correct.
The profit is going to be larger.
Yeah. So
So
even with
I
like
agree.
1 hour saved daily, 1 hour saved weekly, it's 3 million for an organization of this size. Anyway, so there's just food for thought that this will take the cost of implementation credits very easily. How we can help
Uh,
you? Yeah,
no,
if
no,
you have
please
any
go ahead.
questions.
Yeah, please go ahead. Please go ahead.
So
Sorry.
yeah, so we help organizations start very small. Just just understand the benefit of it. Uh, we can help you in your understanding the readiness of your organization, that how your organization has the data or systems in the right format to be able to implement these systems, or how your organization can start a small pilot for maybe two weeks or 3 weeks to implement one scenario in your organization, in your app, with every resource within your organization. Like, we will not keep the code or the solution, it will be there for you to use and to understand that how it helped your organization. Or we have, for certain organization, we help them discover their process that they would like us to automate or have agents for. And we have 1 or 2 weeks of engagement with them to understand their applications, understand their data, and propose that what can be done with a small demo also, that uh, how it would be achieved. Um, so there are other options for you to consider, and if you have any other way through which you want us to engage, we are open uh, to have that discussion. You can just connect with us for
Uh,
30 minutes call and explain what you got that you think could be solved through this, or ask us telling about some processes that what could work best for ROI.
Absolutely. I would like to add something here, Asif, that
Uh,
on the previous, no matter where you are in your AI readiness journey, we have something to help you in that. Like, even if you're starting off, we have a readiness assessment plan, and if you have already some agents running in place, we have a plan for you to scale and identify more processes to scale those processes. And even if you have a full AI Center of Excellence setup, which I mean, we are still haven't seen anyone have that. Ever the companies are ever evolving. We can help you build a center of excellence within your company, and we can provide expert guidance on that. So yeah, thank you.
And this is very interesting. Microsoft offers an ECIF, a funding program. It's Enterprise Client Investment Fund. So if you have a promising use case that we can help you build, and we can help you with a proposal from Microsoft, that Microsoft has this program. If we satisfy their needs, and the agentic development that you're looking for is something they would like us to continue with, they provide funding for the development. And in many cases, the client does not have to provide anything, fund anything, or does not have to fund at least 100% of it. So they get a big profit through that, uh, big, big discount through that, you can say. Um, so that could be a good way to go forward, build a case and present it to Microsoft through us, and Microsoft provides funding for your implementation. They count on the uh, credits, AI credits you will use over the years, and through that automation, through that agent.
So what do you think, Asif? What is would be the threshold that Microsoft can provide to fund a project?
I just had a call this morning with their team, Microsoft team. Um, Up to 50,000 is easy for them for the pilot implementation or
That's great.
implementation of initial use cases. Okay, now let me take the questions before we close. Okay, so the question, why? Okay, I find much of what I'm trying to do isn't available yet. Recently, focusing on Teams, Planner, and Loop. I'd like all of my meetings to automatically have loop notes added. I'd like to chat with Copilot and state, please add XYZ to agenda for tomorrow's meeting on Y topic and link planner ABC to. Okay, so it looks like you're looking for an agent for meeting setup and managing the meetings. In fact, we developed a similar agent for one of our customer, where it was a customer handling trainings within organization. It was a giant organization, and the agent was doing that. They were asking the agent to send invites for trainings and also monitoring who joined the training, and if someone did not join training, it was sending notifications to their managers as well as the person who did not join. The HR training team was capable of adding more people to the trainings through agent just by chatting. So it was like completely managing trainings through chat. It can be done, yeah, but these connections are not that simple to make. Maybe connect having a partner's help to help this setup would be the right way forward for you. Another question is, do we have to explicitly instruct the agent when to use which tool? So when we design agent, we have to describe what the tool would do. So let me just quickly show you something similar. Which one would be the best? Let me think. If I open this one, mm, uh, I think better take the other.
As if we can take the questions, uh, one more question before we wrap up, because we are already overhead for our
Yeah.
allotted
So look
time.
at this. This specific topic will be triggered in this condition. So it's just in English you have to specify when to use this, right? The intent you have to describe, and then Copilot knows in what situation this tool should be used. Okay, now moving ahead, question two, we can, it's question three. In fact, the numbering is wrong on my list. We can direct to AI Foundry, we can connect separately on that. Yeah, so when we are building this agent in Copilot Studio, but we can add a sub agent here that can be an agent from uh, AI Foundry. So your AI Foundry agents can be connected like this from here, right? If you have AI Foundry agents, they start appearing here. Okay. Lot tracking in manufacturing. Yes. So I have this question, not very detailed question though, but it's like lot tracking in manufacturing and question mark. So yeah, we can do that. As far as the information is there in your backend application, we can definitely track lot tracking. Yeah, Ankit, you were saying you had some other question? I have
I think
already.
we have a couple of questions left, but we are already above our time. So
So let's do this.
uh,
We will reply in the email to those folks.
we'll reach out to each one of you since you've shared your questions with us, and we will be answering them via email. And we would be looking forward to your interest as well. And if you want to connect with us one-on-one and discuss what potential do you think your organization have for Copilot or AI in general, some use cases you want to look at for your industry that we have worked on, we can definitely take some time out and have a one-on-one connect and discuss. Uh, so thank you everyone for taking time out for today's session, and we'll be doing more sessions in the future. Looking forward to seeing you again. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Bye.
Thank you.